Hi, thank you for joining us for So You Want to Make a Film. This is Quora, and you have reached the second week of 2022. Thank you for joining us, and I'm going to make this brief, but I wanted to be as informative as I possibly could on some subjects that came up this week that I think you can benefit from. So one of the questions that I was recently asked this week is, how do you obtain representation as a script writer? So I received my manager from LinkedIn. I utilize my social medias in a very strategic manner, and I advertised that I had won one of the film festivals that I had applied for or submitted my films for. And my manager, who was represented by Citizen Skull at the time, contacted me and asked me to send her a log line of my film, and if I could share with her where I was in my filmmaking journey and my career. So I did so, and she loved the log line, and she immediately requested to read the script. So I sent her that as well, and she loved that, and we had discussion, and she brought me on as a client of hers represented under Citizen Skull. And from there, I went to become a client under Zero Gravity, still under my same manager. So that's how I received my representation, was through LinkedIn and her reaching out to me to request information on my script. That is one way that you can get a manager or an agent in the industry. There are many different ways. One of the most popular ways is through film festivals, submitting your work to film festivals, submitting your work to writing workshops and fellowships, people in the industry reading your work, people in the industry seeing the popularity that your scripts are getting and becoming interested in reading your work themselves. And that is how you can get representation. Another way is through contacting management companies, agencies, and asking them if they would be interested in reading your script. How to write a query letter. That is important if you want to get a representative. You have to send a query letter. But your query letter should not be a lengthy letter. It should not be more than 1 to 2 paragraphs with a brief introductory sentence, no more than 2, stating who you are and what you are bringing them to read. So if you would say, "Hi, my name is Quora. I am a filmmaker based out of Atlanta. I've been in the industry for more than 25 years. I have a wonderful script that I think you would be interested in. It is a 60-minute comedy pilot, and this is the log line." Go straight into that. And then one of the most important things that you can have in your query letter is to state why you, why now. It is telling them why you are the perfect person to tell this story and why it is relevant to now. Why it is important that the story is told right now. That's one of the most important things that you can do, because that lets them know that you are the one that needs to tell the story, not someone else in their writer's room. A subject matter that may be universal, but is true today, that people can reflect on and say, yes, I can relate to that. They need to see a log line to then determine if they would be interested in reading your script. Craft a really strong and compelling log line so that they can entice the reader into wanting to know more about their story. So the basic formula for a log line. They have several variations, but it's basically the protagonist plus the inciting event plus the protagonist's goal plus the antagonist or conflict. So I'll say it again and put it up above so that you can have that to refer to. It's the protagonist plus the inciting event plus the protagonist's goal plus the antagonist or conflict. It should not be more than 30 to 33 words. You want to make it as concise as possible, but not vague. I will say that again. Concise, but not vague. So these are important things that you need to know if you want to get representation. Also be mindful. Do not ever send anyone your script that they have not asked for. If you send a manager or especially an agent a script and they have not requested that, they are almost legally required to throw it away. Because do not ever send your script off to anyone that has not requested it. That being said, once they have requested it and you have sent it to them, you are giving them permission to read it. So you send the query letter with the log line and then you wait. You wait to hear back. You might not hear back. But if you do, that's a good sign. That lets you know that they have read your email. They may request the script, they may not. If they don't, that's okay. I will put a list of links that you can go to access movie and television scripts so that you can read them, what they're looking for, what they like to see, and you can operate based on that. I will continue to provide links and information, resources, any little tips or advice that I can impart that I think will benefit you as a scriptwriter. If there's anything that you want to know, please contact me. You can DM me through Quora. You can reach out to me through my LinkedIn or my Twitter, and I will do my best to provide that information that will help you in your career path. Thank you for joining me again on another episode of So You Want to Make a Film, where I will give you the information that I have and we can talk about film and television and all things industry related that keeps you coming and participating with me in this space. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your January, and I will catch you later.